so on a boat which moves around. And when I got the boat was already being lived in by many living beings, and I had to. It was a bit of a battle. It was like me versus the inhabitants, and they kind of won. But now we're living in an uneasy compromise. And this poem is about my housemates, and it's called Spiders. The average person eats 12 spiders a year. Fact. Let me be less than average. A small-scale spider eater, aspiring water dweller. On the boat, I am the waterboarder. On the boat, I am the refugee maker. A land-loving fury, I rise with Mars, come to exterminate the boat's rich ecology with toxic astringents, a feather duster, and a pair of hole-ridden marigolds which let the cold in. Daytime. We strip the walls bare and tear off rotting upholstery, mending cracks in the steel with a welding machine borrowed off Vince from 2 boats down, who used to be part of the circus but broke his leg. Boat bound, most days he responds only to cake. Nighttime. We strip the walls bare, tearing off more rotten upholstery. And rightfully offended, shiny-bellied elders curl with disdain into tiny, many-legged fists as their transparent children scuttle for the cracks. I ask myself if I could learn to arachno home, form an alliance built on distrust and fear, and turn out the ancient cotton which has so amply homed generations of boat dwellers to them. Now in return, I, as a responsible property owner, and they are all responsible property owners, would offer reasonable rent to the single mothers. And yes, that's all of them. Why? Because they ate their partners, tearing limbs apart like drumsticks, packaging the best bits with loving spit and saving remains of lovers as morsels immemorial. And in return, I would threaten to turn them out only if they multiply, but you see, spiders only think in multiples of many. And as the spring comes, their nests will hatch, and across the boat they will swarm, a righteous invasion of arachnids, suffocating sleeping enemies with pin-prick feet, the dead found, with spider-stuffed mouths alone. But don't worry. Tonight, the wash laps the hull, slurping and gurgling, heavy-lipped and amorous. We lock the hatch and walk down the dark towpath as, extending exploratory legs, the refugees return, mending all of their torn threads. Thank you.
Wow.